What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorld. Today we're going to be talking about the possibility of me raid selling Cam Newton, and I'm going to tell you what I'm doing in preparation for it. So what I'm going to ask you guys to go ahead and do, like I always do, is go ahead and like the video before we get started. Thank you guys so much. So pretty much what's been happening in my head-to-head gameplays is Cam Newton, I think what EA Sports does, as we know, they can tune the game without actually patching it. We've seen it with the most recent tuning update that has turned the game into Madden 16 again, as far as the Moss action goes. And what's been going on is Cam Newton has been doing whatever he wants. Now, does it turn me on a little bit? Possibly. Do I get a semi? Sometimes. Especially when he throws me a pick for me to lose the game. That's the best. Like, it just really just makes me, like, it's an out-of-body experience for me when Cam Newton does that. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you exactly what's going on, all right? So he has the 87 throw deep. I refuse to put more into his deep accuracy by upgrading his, the uniforms of the stadium and stuff like that. But ultimately, the under pressure is pretty good and stuff like that, but he will throw picks randomly. And today, earlier, as I finished Weekend League, I think we went 20-2 in Weekend League, but we didn't finish it up. I got to go check that. Let's go check what happened with Weekend League. But ultimately, the loss that I got, both losses, for some reason, he threw a pick. And I don't know, like, when you're using, like, the actual directional pass with Cam Newton, he used to be really, okay, so we didn't play 3 games. We won. Okay, yeah. So we won 20-2. All right. So look, this is what the situation is, right? Like this dude Cam will throw the ball. You don't have to really use directional passing when they have certain thresholds, right? But sometimes, even if you don't use it, he'll still throw the ball wherever he wants. Now that's any quarterback. It's very, very funny to me when people say, oh yeah, but I got this guy and he does this. Everybody knows that that's a lie because Madden is very inconsistent, and it has been for over the last 4 years. The players don't do exactly what they're supposed to do. For instance, a 99 zone doesn't play zone. Like, he just stands there and gets dotted depending on the route that's being run. So it all depends on, how lucky you are. Madden has a lot to do with luck. So this is what I'm going to do. What I just recently did was, I know a lot of people don't really understand that Michael Vick is probably going to go back to being the most dynamic quarterback. A lot of you guys still have him right now just because of his speed and everything like that. But this is what I chose to do. I bought all of his pieces because I got them at dirt cheap price, right? I got them at a dirt cheap price, so I'm chilling right now. All right, so where is he? Where is this idiot? Michael Vick, right? So look, I went and I bought up all his pieces, right? Dirt cheap. Like, it probably cost me like $125 for all of them. People were just getting rid of it, whatever. I'm going to suggest to my viewers that you guys go ahead and do the same thing, because I'm not going to put him in right now because it's going to cost me too much of an upgrade with training points and things like that if I were to do that. So I'm not going to do that. That would be foolish. I'm going to hold on to it because what's going to happen is this. He himself is his value is going to increase as soon as he gets his next card, obviously. Now, I don't think it's going to be part of, the Zero Chill. I think that Randy Moss, Randall Cunningham, who I think has already been leaked. I know Bo Jackson, they said, has also been leaked, but I'm not sure. That could be hit or miss. But I know that Randall Cunningham was leaked, right? So pretty much what's happening is this. As long as you have these pieces, you can just sit on them. I would urge you guys to go and get it, because at any given time, I might rage and you might come back to my video and be like, yo, Gmia, you just had Cam the other day. Yeah, and for most of you guys that don't understand, there's a long line of videos. I've pretty much used almost every card in the game. And if they stink up the joint, they are gone immediately. I don't wait around and ask them how they're doing. Their locker is physically removed with an excavator, and they're thrown out of my stadium. So I just want you guys to understand that. But ultimately speaking, it doesn't financially make any sense for me to upgrade Michael Vick to a 99 throw power and all that stuff like that using the stadium and using the coaches. I'm going to show you why. Because I like to try to explain to guys, especially even if you're a veteran, just seeing it again will remind you, because sometimes people forget, like, yo, this is what you really have to do to go through it to upgrade them. So look, I would have to go through all of this, right? These components are very expensive. I'd have to pay a lot of training points to get this. I would need, because say that's throw power, right? I'm going to need +4 throw power to get him to a 99 throw power. So I'm going to have to go to, that's 8, that's 16, that's 24. I'm going to need to go to 32. So I'm going to need tier 8, right? So look, if you look at the list, as you go down and you see these prices of training points, I got to do this 8 times, or I can separate it like I did earlier and like put it one on the uniform, one on another uniform, and some on this. But ultimately, I would be wasting training points because I can do the first, what is it? What do I need? I need 8, right? So I'd have to do the first 4 of each one. So that'd be 7, No, actually, I have to do one of them. One of them would have to have a little bit more because I only have 3 slots because I have John Madden coach, so I wouldn't be able to use the actual Panthers coach, Ron Rivera, to add another 4. But I would need to get to 8, right? Is that what I would need? I think I'd need 8, tier 8. That's pretty much what you would have to get right there. So that's what you would have to be looking at that situation. Are you really willing to spend all that? Because remember, you need 4 components for one of them. So ultimately, you're going to have to go, you're going to need a decent amount. Because for every 4 that you buy, that's only giving you the 1 tier. So I have to go down that 4. Then I got to go down another 4. You know what I'm saying, bro? So ultimately, each one of these, I think, have 10. So I can get, it's just too much. It's too much to go through with Vick. And then obviously, with the way that it's set up, I would need the coach. But the next upgrade for Vick is going to be a lot easier to do. So I'm going to have to hold off. Now, just think about it like this, right? Cam Newton is going to overthrow the ball and do whatever he wants, but in most games, he's pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at his numbers and everything like that, in most games, he's decent. It's just that I think that EA, they got kind of upset that they made his cards so good, and then they just tuned him up, and the dude's just garbage in most cases. I don't want Donovan McNabb. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and chill out. Like, it's certain players that I just would not put on my team. Donovan McNabb is one of them. So listen, regardless of what I feel about the guy, has nothing to do with that. The bottom line is this: I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna wait to see what happens. Because remember, guys, there's always gonna be a situation where EA is gonna say, you know what, we need to get this bankroll on. And we might just get a limited Mike Vick out of nowhere. Like, you just never know what's going on. It's sort of like this. I spoke about Julio Jones like a day ago. And I'm in the stream, and then people are like, yo, Gmi, you just said this. And they released a Julio Jones as a ghost of the present. It just happens. You know what I'm saying? So realistically speaking, we have to do what's necessary to try to maintain the most amount of coins that we possibly can. All right? So Cam Newton is going to be safer now. And I know a lot of you guys are like, yo, bro, this is the longest that I've seen a quarterback stay on Gmia's team. You are absolutely right. Look, bro, you guys are telling a lie about that, but I got to be smart about it. Like, I have to have controlled rage. If I just, see, look, if you look at the market, I'm not getting Dan Marino. I'm not getting Tom Brady. I'm not getting, like, Andrew Luck. I'm not getting any of these guys. So I have no choice, realistically, but to deal with some of this, some of his foolishness. Because at the end of the day, he's not costing me that much to be a 99 throw power. And I know a lot of you guys are like, yo, you want to go back to Mahomes? No, I don't want to go back to Mahomes because Mahomes can't get conductor. So I'm not interested in him. You know what I'm saying, bro? But when you look objectively at what I'm doing, you understand the way that I build my team and how I construct it, it's all consistent with what I need. I need a strong arm QB that has a little bit of movement. You know what I'm saying, bro? Because I don't want nobody just like being a sitting duck in the pocket. That doesn't make any sense. So ultimately, that's what I'm dealing with. Now, when you start over here, like you can see Donovan McNabb right there. Everybody's going crazy about that. This dude's a bum, you know what I'm saying, real life and in the game. You know, this guy right here. Look, I understand Donovan McNabb has a threshold for throw power. Listen, bro, you can tell me whatever you want. I understand all that. Trust me. I'm listening and I hear what you guys are saying. But if I don't want a card, I just don't want the card. You know what I'm saying? I want to be comfortable with the guy that I'm raging on. Because ultimately, like, when Cam Newton's an idiot, right? But if I go after Mike Vick and spend all that training and he plays exactly like Cam Newton, it's going to make me rage uncontrollably. So why wouldn't I just be patient, have all of it? Like I said, I got it for like 130, all his pieces for like 130. Everybody was selling them for dirt cheap. People forgot about Vick. That's fine. Okay? So look, people are buying McNabb. That's great. The market continues to go, the training point correlation and everything like that. It's fine, guys. You don't have to rush into stuff. But what I do have to realize is that I'm going to miss throws with Cam, and I got to deal with it. And I told you guys, does it turn me on when he misses a throw wide open for a touchdown and I'm down by freaking 4 points with 2 seconds left? Yes, it turns me on to the maximum capacity of the flux capacitor. It does turn me on. But do I want to do it every time? Like, bro, no. Like, I don't want to do it every time. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, this guy, Cam Newton, has my blood boiling. But like I said, I'm going to hold off, all right? This is what I'm doing. I'm going to keep those pieces there, and I'm going to hold off. Would I get Randall Cunningham? It all depends on how it works out. If he's fast enough and he has a decent throw power, because I think he was glitchy last year too. I think I used him for a couple games. He's pretty glitchy. If he's pretty decent, we may go after him. You see what I'm saying? But as of now, I'm not going to invest an excessive amount of training points into upgrading Vick to a 99 throw power because his base starts at 91. It would be financially irresponsible for me and you, unless you've already done it in the past and you just didn't care about anything and you just love you some Vick. You see what I'm saying? We're just going to leave it like that, and we're going to move on from that amicably. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to be pretty much it. So ultimately, what I would like you guys to do is, if you can, and you know, probably by the time people start watching the video, his price is going to go back up again. But if you could snatch it, the piece of a Michael Vick, or get his 91 for under 200K, you know what I'm saying? I would hold on to it just to have it there. You don't got to power him up or anything like that. And then what you're going to want to do is, for me, I think I still had his power up. So I don't think I'm going to, because when I raid sold him, I don't think I got rid of his power up. I don't believe I did. But we could check to make sure, because I think I went crazy on him when I did raid sell him. But I kept his power up. Let me just see. Michael Vick. There's no Vick. Oh, there he is. Okay. So he's there. So I still have his power up. All right. Now, currently, let's see what his price is right now. 5,000. So that's pretty decent. If you could snag that up, that'll be fine. Because remember, we're going to need that to start from the bottom all the way up with his, you know, getting him up to the maximum level. So you guys probably should take a look at that and, you know, see what's going on with it. See if that's something that you want to, you know, get into and see how it works out for you. But that's ultimately my plan for quarterback. I've decided to do that. I'm just going to wait it out for the next Vick. Or if there's somebody else that's suitable with wheels, maybe a Warren Moon, somebody like that, if they end up doing that, I'll go that route. All right? Let me know what you guys and girls are thinking about it. I know you guys that watch me on stream, twitch.tv/GmiasWorld, you've seen Cam throw the ball directly into the left stadium and hit the hot dog guy in the face. But I got to keep him for now, guys. Trust me, there's a method to my madness. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love.